welcome to the Let's Talk with Paula show, where we talk about many topics. We have all kinds of people on this show as well. But I have a real treat for you tonight. We actually have animals on our show, okay, and they are well mannered than some of the people that I have on this show. Okay, so we talk about everything. And we just thought to see what I mean. He's trying to agree with me. That's right. I'm more well mannered than some of the people she have on this show. But I just want, including the host, okay, because I'm very passionate about what I talk about, right? And so I just want them to introduce themselves to you and what they do. And I learned something new today, but I'm not going to disclose it. I'm going to let y'all disclose what the difference is between this and that, right? And Austin, I just want you to know that Austin thought that I had kidnapped you when I came in the studio. So he's very protective. So I just want you to know I'm glad I became his friend.
Good.
That's how you introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Ed. This is my dog, Austin. He's a Border Collie Husky mix, and he's been working with Pets on Wheels, which is a therapy pet organization, for about the last 3 years.
Okay. And Austin originally came from Austin, Texas.
He's from Austin, Texas, yep. He had an accident down there. He came up to Maryland, went to one of the rescues in Maryland that deal with pets with disabilities, where he had a double front amputation. And we've had him since a few weeks after surgery.
Okay. Yeah. So Austin, they tell me that, I found this out. Now Austin, that they use, our host of the show sitting over there, they'll introduce them in a minute, stimulus for dogs to see how they compatible and work. So now we're actually seeing it. Austin is a very good dog, but we have a stimulus that most dogs, from what I understand, that would make him growl. So he's not going to attack anybody. It's just that he's doing what he's been trained to do.
He just wants to play.
Yeah, and that's all. And that's all I want y'all to understand. He's not, because he's growling, it doesn't mean anything. He thinks that they are toys that he's supposed to be playing with, and he's trying to communicate with them. Okay, so I just want you to know we're all safe here, because this is what they do for a living. They work to make sure people are safe and they calm. So the two hosts sitting over there, I want to jump from us. I usually go around this way. I want him to introduce the host so they can see what it is that Austin is excited about. Mark, please.
Well, as you can see, this one's really worried about her situation where she's cleaning herself and making herself pretty. I'm Mark Patterson. I'm a volunteer with Pets on Wheels. I have been for about 3 years. And this is Akito. And she's been dealing with my getting her to learn about loud noises and all the different situations for about 7 years. And this is Hero. He's pretty new to it because I've realized that he was doing a real good job at learning what she had learned.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that I want to tell you though, those two stars are the ones that actually had us do this show tonight, and so I don't want to take anything away from them, because I was going to have Mark talk for them and they just were going to be sitting there, okay? But Mark said, no, I got one better for you. We could just bring some service and therapy animals out, because that's so that people can learn what they are. And so I'm glad to have all of you here tonight. And so thank you, Mark, and thank you for our host.
This is Akito.
Here.
And this is Hero.
Okay. And so would you introduce yourself to us?
Absolutely, yes. Thank you for having us. My name is Kim, and I am Reese's mom. Reese is a rescue. We got him about just over a year old, and we have been volunteering with Pets on Wheels for about 10 years. We've gone to all different kinds of places, nursing homes and colleges around finals, libraries so kids can practice reading, all types of different places. He's also the greeter dog for temperament tests, so we make sure the other dogs that are signing up are good with other animals, so he does that testing with us. And so yeah, he's very diverse, and we've really enjoyed doing this for the last 10 years.
Well, I could tell. He's just so laid back there, and he's like, okay.
Absolutely.
I'm doing another debut. I got y'all.
Yeah, he's just so calm. He's perfect. He's a calming presence. So he'll lean up against you and then slowly slide down, and then he'll give his belly up. And everyone just loves just to pet him, and he loves to be pet. So it's a perfect combo.
Yeah, he is. He reminds me of my dog. That's Bear. That right there, that's Bear. Okay. If you want to meet Bear, that's Bear. Okay. And so then I have this friend that's right here that I've been allowed to hold his chain. And you see that we have matching hair tonight, okay? And I did not know that we were going to have matching hair. And he's been my buddy since I walked through the door. Okay, so if you want to tell us about him as well.
Paula. Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Yes, there's so many different color animals out there. You know, there's always one redhead in the group whenever we go into a class or so, and all. This is Charlie, and she is my dog. She's a golden retriever. My name is Christy, and I have to tell you, Paula, since you're a redhead tonight as well too,
Tonight, right.
kids are always so inquisitive about the dogs. What's the difference between a service animal and a therapy animal when we come in? And also other things like, you know, they're learning to spell golden retriever, which is a difficult one or so. Or there's one redheaded little boy once came up to us and said, how come she's called a golden retriever? You know, they're so literal when they're in elementary school.
Well,
So
I
we
am
had-
too. I want to know.
Yeah, we had this whole conversation about how gold comes in yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. And golden retrievers come in the yellow tan color, the red color, and then there's also the cream color, the white. So it's a learning experience, and it's always a two-way street. They're learning from her. Hopefully they're learning about how to treat animals, how to be soft and gentle with them, and they're getting just as much love and attention back. It's a two-way street. That's why Charlie loves doing it.
Yeah, because see, I might have came in tonight with a wig on the color of Reese, okay? Or I might have come in tonight with the color of Austin, okay? So, you know, then I even got one that fit my Keo, and over there I got one that color. So, I mean, I just didn't know. But you're so beautiful. I'm just glad I came in. Now, I understand. I'm just like the kid. I wonder, why do you call them a golden retriever? They're not really golden. They're beautiful, but they're not really golden. So I'm glad you told us that. I'm glad the little kid asked you that. Because I know it's been some adults that want to ask,
Right.
but you know, they're just too embarrassed to ask the
Right.
question, right?
And every visit is different, you know, when we go. You know, they're reading to her. Some kids are so soft-spoken when they're starting to read to her, and then over the series of weeks, you see them get more confident and all. And they all pick books about dogs to read to her.
Okay. Oh, all right, they do. Look at you. Okay. So tell us about Reese, because he got a nickname.
Oh, yeah, so this is Reese. To me, he looks like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, so we call him Reese or Reese Cup. He's got all kinds of different nicknames, but those are the ones mostly related to his name. But yeah, I mean, we love the brindle coloring. And as he's gotten older, he's now 12. The white around his nose has grown up his snout and up his eyes and down his paws. So, you know, he's very distinguished these days.
Oh, okay. So, you know, so it does change as he gets older.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
can I hold him just for 1 second?
Sure.
Because Tom wants us to have some interaction. Reese, can I get a pet?
Come on, bud.
Can I get a pet? No? Yeah.
He's like,
They wanna
you
see
can
your
pet me,
face."
but you're going to have to come to me.
Okay, because we want to see your face, okay? They can't see your face and how beautiful it is. And they said that you change colors. I never knew that.
Oh, yeah, he's gotten whiter and whiter as he's gotten older.
Yeah. And so how old is he?
He's 12.
12. But in dog years, how old does that make him?
Oh, I don't know.
I ain't gonna mess with
7,
you.
right? Yeah.
You say
90 something?
Yeah. He's
84.
almost 90.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that they've been taking real care when you got a dog that you have for 12, 14 years.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That they are doing what they're supposed to do. So Tom, did you get my buddy here? Okay, so we already know we got my buddy over here. Okay, so you get my buddy here.
Your twin.
Okay. My twin, yes, my twin. Because somebody's gonna call me up and say, yeah, you know, Paul, I saw you in there with that dog. Y'all look like y'all were relatives. I'm not gonna be offended, okay? Because I think you're beautiful, okay, Charlie? And you said you paying too much attention to everybody else, so I really don't care, right? It's all right. I'm chilling, and I'll be all right. Now, Charlie and Reese have you know, like they have these things they sell in the store. When my dog was small for firecrackers and stuff, I had to put that calming thing around him. I know it's not as heavy as that, but does that serve kind of the same purpose with these?
It can for a lot of dogs. The vest is oftentimes a signal that they're going to work. So a
Okay.
lot of dogs know, oh, my vest goes on, that means I'm going to go to work, or I'm in work mode. And they have a whole different personality, a whole different demeanor. And it's amazing to see that kind of that switch, that these dogs are just so smart that they know that that's kind of their signal.
Okay, so now Austin has a kerchief on him. He's kind of cool, man, sexy and cool. Okay, so and like I said, you know, I almost wore that black wig in here tonight. I really did. I mean, I really did. But he's really cool, and he's really protective of his dad here. Now, the purpose in the kerchief, does that serve the same purpose as the kind of, what is this called?
A vest.
A vest.
Yeah, same purpose, just to let people know that he is a therapy pet. He can be pet if you ask and approach him nicely. Yeah,
And it says Pets on Wheels.
it does say Pets on Wheels
Yeah.
on it, yeah.
Yeah, that's our website address on it.
There you go, that's where it is. I'm sorry I didn't see it there, Austin. That kerchief says something. It says, okay, I just thought you were just being cool, man. You advertising, okay? So it says Pets on Wheels, okay? Yeah, I will go over there and pick up my two hosts, but I want to leave them alone because I'm not trying to get them stirred up. But I am going to walk over here for a second, okay? Because I don't want them to think that I'm being prejudiced and not petting them. And how are you guys doing tonight, huh? Look how cute y'all are. Y'all moving them little noses. I see you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I see you. I see you. So I just want everybody to know that y'all guys are approachable. And you don't know me from Adam, right? And y'all are just as sweet as y'all possibly can be. And I've seen y'all's pictures since y'all was little babies. So these are our hosts for tonight, okay? And they brought their friends with them, okay? So I just want the people to see that they are very approachable. They don't know me, you know.
Absolutely. Well, that's part of the requirements for being a therapy dog. They go through health screenings, make sure that they're up to date on all their health records. They also have to make sure they're temperament tested before they can get started. So we do test for things like basic obedience, do they interact with other animals, how do they interact with people, how do they respond to loud noises, other stimulus like walkers or crutches are tested with them. And then we want to make sure that they're interested in people. You know, can a stranger approach? Can we approach them when they're in a corner and have nowhere to go? Can we bring them into large crowds? So we make sure we test for all of that to make sure that they're compatible.
And so the vest actually says, which I think is very cool, Austin, they kind of can't get that on your kerchief, but it says, please ask me to pet me. I'm friendly. And I think that that's probably a good thing to have because, you know, sometimes, like you talked about the rabbits, that you got kids that are they don't know about animals and they don't know how to approach them and they don't know how to treat them.
Correct.
You know, and so I think I would want to have that around some people that I know. You know, because you don't know how people go. I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing, okay. Let's talk with Paula, okay? So I'm just playing. But you can see that these dogs are very well, and the rabbits are very well, you know, very well trained to be around people. And I just wanted to demonstrate to you that, you know, they are approachable and they don't know me. I just met them tonight. Not the rabbits so much, but I haven't seen them in such a long time. I've seen pictures of them because they do special events, okay? And these dogs do special events as well. And like you said, that you can ask them to come out to different places. Now, you did say to us about Bowie, because we tried to talk about Bowie, that you said you do go to Bowie College. Okay, you go out there, and it's a certain time of the year that y'all go to. Anybody want to speak? I don't care.
Yeah, so we go to Bowie State at least twice a year, sometimes more, around midterms and finals, for fall and spring. We love to see the students. It's really great. It's for, you know, helping them de-stress when they're studying for their exams. It's been, you know, very, very successful program at Bowie State and as well as many other colleges throughout Maryland. And we love going, and I think the students love having us, and it's kind of a very mutual beneficial.
And I can understand that. I mean, you know, living on campus, being away from home, you know, and then midterms, whether you live on campus or off, they're very stressful.
Absolutely.
And so I think that that's a very great program that you guys have. that y'all go to Bowie State during those times of the year. And I thank you for that. Okay.
Well, you're welcome. And the other comments I've gotten from students there is they miss their pets at home, and they can't wait to see them when it's break. That-
And I can see that. You know, because
so these just fill in for a short period of time.
well, you know, people don't realize that pets are family members. They're not pets. I mean, that's the way I would kind of be offended if you call my dog a dog, you know. I mean, his name is Bear, you know what I mean? But they don't know the responsibilities that it takes from taking a pet from the time that they're puppies until they get older. And it's almost like when you go on vacation, they have to go. You know, if you got to go to the store, go someplace a long period of time, you need to either take them with you, make sure that they can go in certain places. I mean, I know that when we would go our way, I would have to get a hotel that had a hotel that accommodates pets. A lot of people, I don't even think that they know if they knew to having pets, that there are hotels that are out there that will accommodate, whether it's a service animal or not, they will accommodate pets.
Right.
Okay. They even have a place for them that you're supposed to go and take them where they have to do their little business and stuff. You know, they just want you to follow the rules and then pick it up afterwards, right? But I don't think people realize that. I've seen people, and I learned something very important tonight, that there's a difference between a service animal and there's a therapy animal, okay? Because I'm assuming that because somebody has a little pet that, and I think that one of those movie stars or one of those rich young girls started the pets in the purses, okay? So, but I found out tonight that those are not necessarily service animals, right? And they don't have to go through the training that the other dogs go through. And people don't know that. You know, you think that because you know that you have service animals, you think that if you got it in your purse, that it must be a service animal because you're walking around with it, you know. So I was surprised that they're so, you know, you have to do this for these dogs, right? But it's okay for a person that walks around with a dog in their purse, you know what I mean? That they don't have to go through anything. I don't know if that's quite fair. I mean, even if I wanted to put one of them in my purse and take them in the store with me, would somebody say something to me? Because it's not a dog, it's not a cat, you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
If somebody's going to say something to me, is that a service animal that you have? You ever had that problem?
Well, I'm not one to like really break the rules. So so I will ask a facility if I can enter with my animals, and if they say no, I don't push it because they are therapy pets, and they're not even my therapy pet. They are visiting therapy pets, so it's not like it's an emotional support animal for me or anything. I've trained them to be therapy pets for other people, but I don't push it. So, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and go because unfortunately I'm not going to leave them in the car.
Right. Absolutely.
So,
and somebody would call the police on you if they saw those animals in 100-degree in the car locked up, you know.
But that is a good distinction because these are not service animals. We do not have the same rights or accessibility that service animals do. So these are, you know, companion animals where we go out and we do therapy work in approved facilities and partner places, but they do not have the right to go into like a food store or on a plane or anything like that because they are not service animals.
And people wouldn't know that though. You know what I mean? Because they have a vest on, you know what I mean? And I would just think that because you have a vest on, you come in here and you got a kerchief on, you know, that you're okay. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But people don't know that. I mean, it's just like, they get dressed up. I mean, he could very easily put a kerchief around, you know, a little bow up there to say that I'm Pets on Wheels or something, you know what I mean? And people
they do have vests their size, but I don't like it because it gives less petting area.
Right.
So
right. And that's the whole purpose in them, so that people can actually pet them and feel them and see the calmness. I'm quite sure that if I put one in my purse, somebody would be trying to figure out what is that, you know, and it's a rabbit.
I usually don't. It usually doesn't bother me as another customer unless it's a food establishment.
Okay.
Okay. I don't like seeing animals walking. Like if you go into a drugstore or something, I don't like seeing animals walking on the floor. If they were in the pet or in the cart, that to me personally, that's one thing. But if they're in a food place, that's a whole different thing because for health reasons, the hair getting on the food and stuff like that.
So how do they, well, how can the establishment, if the person has a service animal and they're trying to go get food, how can the people not allow them in the place?
They have to.
They have
A
to
service
They have
animal
to.
that is trained and certified as a service animal has full access wherever that person goes. That service animal goes with them because they are serving a need for that person.
Okay.
And so, you know, they're very well trained. They're, you know, so a lot of the, you know, behaviors that you may see from a pet, service animals again are different than our guys here, but you know, they're very well trained for a specific task, and they are serving a purpose for that person. So we got to be very mindful that, you know, wherever that person goes, they have this dog for a need.
And I'm glad that you said that because, you know, people are real funny. You know, it's about going into a food establishment and seeing a dog, or, you know, or inside of there. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that it was a great need for that to be said so people understand both ways and that, you know, and guys, you know, whether you're, to me, whether you're a service or a therapy, you know, owner, that they serve the same purpose to me because it's going to keep me calm. You understand what I'm saying? And
That's
it's going
the goal.
to make sure that I can get around and do what I'm supposed to do without getting anxious, you know. So we should not, you know, be afraid because you know that they're going to be well trained and, you know, well groomed. And they are well groomed. You can see these dogs, and my host over there, hostesses over there are very well groomed and they're very clean. And I've never seen one anywhere that has not, you know, been either. You know, so I just think that we need to embrace, you know, people that have these animals if needed. You know what I mean, and not be afraid. Right? I mean, but you know, you have some people that are so scared of dogs, they just almost climb up a tree if they see one, you know, because they got bit or something, you know, and I understand that too. They need a service dog, okay? A therapy dog, right? Really, seriously.
Yeah.
So that fear that they have of pets go away. But, you know, if people don't know that you have these services out there that can help that person, you understand what I'm saying? Then, because look at the kid that has a mother that's scared to death of a dog, right? Well, the kid is not able to have the dog because the mom's scared. So, I mean, y'all talk to her and tell her, hey, look, come visit us for a little while, you know, so you can see that, you know, the service pet or the therapy pet. It'll help you get over that anxious feeling that you get. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a boy in one of the libraries that I went to, and his parents enrolled him in this program just because he was afraid of dogs. And he started out like so far away from the dog, but reading to the dog, and over the weeks he actually got so he could sit next to it. He pet the dog like this at first. And that was progress. The parents thought it was wonderful, and so that's why they enrolled him, not necessarily to practice his reading,
Right.
but to overcome his fear of dogs.
Right, and I think that it's a good thing that y'all are here tonight so people can see and understand what's the difference in, you know, what the animals are. And they're not just dogs, you know, we have rabbits, and y'all name some other ones that y'all
Oh yeah,
have.
Pets on Wheels has all kinds of animals. We have a mini pony. We have a couple tortoises, some ferrets, parrots.
I want to say something about the ferrets, though. 'Cause my sister had a ferret, and they're thieves, okay? So they like jewelry, and they'll take it. They're not going to take it out the house, but they got a hiding place. So if you have a ferret and you don't know where the hiding place is, when you see them grab your stuff, you need to follow where they at, and I bet you everything that you've been missing is in some little spot somewhere in the house, okay? Because I call them little thieves, okay?
They're not thieves, they're hoarders.
Okay, so I'm sorry, wrong word. They're hoarders, okay? But they're hoard for shiny things, okay? All right, because my sister would say, I know I had them earrings somewhere. Go check out the spot and see if they're sitting over there. But yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop, but I had to tell the hoarders, I had to tell them about the
honestly,
about the therapy.
any animal that has a good temperament that really enjoys people can be a therapy pet in our organization. We don't have any breed restrictions. We don't have any type of species restrictions. So if you think that you have a pet that is, friendly and likes people and would be good in different environments, we would love to see them. We would love to screen them. Obviously, they go through all the health requirements and then the regular testing. But yeah, we have all different shapes, sizes, breeds, species around. So very exciting.
But I'm just saying that, though, but I see a lot of people that have cobras. I think that's very dangerous, but I mean, I guess if that whatever makes you happy.
Sure.
But I mean, can you have a cobra as a service pet?
As
a therapy?
service.
As a service, no.
Service, no.
Any therapy snakes?
I don't think so, no.
Therapy snakes in our
No therapy.
organization at the moment.
Okay. I mean, I was just wondering because you see on TV all the time that they found these houses that they have all these snakes and cobras and stuff in there. And now I'm trying to figure out, well, maybe they're helping them. It's like I was surprised about a miniature pony is allowed in certain stores, okay, because it's a therapy.
No,
It's a service.
It's a service animal.
It could be a service. It
It's
could
service
qualify.
animal. Okay, yes, service. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I learned something because I thought they were one and the same. I thought they served the same purpose, but there is a difference between a service animal and a therapy animal. Okay, and then one that can just hang out. Okay. But I'm so glad that y'all are here. Y'all have an event that's coming up. This is what month for you guys?
Yeah, October is Pets on Wheels month. We are fully funded solely by donations. So we like to kick off our fiscal year in October with a big funding campaign and ask for supporters to help support our cause. We can only go out and do what we do with the donations and the funding to help support it. So this is our big month for October, and we're hoping to come out strong. Yeah.
And I don't have stock in that company. Okay. So I'm so glad that y'all were able. Thank you, Mark, for getting this group together for me, and our hostesses. If you would introduce them again before we gotta get out of here.
This is a keto,
Uh-huh.
and she lets me she puts up with me doing anything to her. So hi. Okay. And this is Hero, and he just basically learns whatever she. If she's okay with it, then he's okay with it.
Yeah, so I thank you so much, and I really want to thank you guys, and I hope you can tell me your website. Can't discuss money, but you can tell me your website.
You got it. We are www.petsonwheels.org. We're a nonprofit organization. You can sign up for facility registration, one-time events, or to be a volunteer.
Okay, so thank you, Mark, for this idea and bringing your friends with us, and I'm so glad to meet everybody. Okay.
Thank you
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
And we want to say right there, good night.
All right, Charlie, want to say goodnight? Bye.
Good.
Say bye to everybody.
Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.